Hey there. Welcome back to the Emerald Oracle. It's Elena, back with a new pick a card reading for you. This one is a message from your angels and spirit guides, and the title is The Message You're Meant to Hear Right Now. So this is going to be a channeled message from your angels and your spirit guides, and it's what spirit wants you to know right now, to sort of help you along your journey, to provide some guidance and some insight. So this is literally like the message that's meant to find you right in this moment that you are meant to hear. So if you're watching this video and about to choose a set of cards, then know that this is a divine information headed to you from your angels and your spirit guides to help guide you right now in this moment. Okay, so before we begin, I just want to remind everyone to please subscribe if you haven't already. I know I say that at the beginning of every one, but it is so important. So please, it will help me to be able to keep making these pick a card videos for you. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It would mean so much to me. And of course, like and share. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified when I put up new videos such as these. Okay, so with that said, let's go over the crystals. So we have 3 sets of cards here. On set of cards number 1, we've got a pink and green aura crystal. So it's really interesting and unique. That is pink and green aura crystal. It's actually aura quartz. I said crystal, but they are all crystals, but that one is pink and green aura quartz. Set of cards number 2, we have rose quartz. Rose quartz in the raw. This is rose quartz in the raw, which never gets old. It's a classic, but it's just beautiful. Rose quartz is just so beautiful. Whether it's in the raw or tumbled or carved, it's just perfect. All right, so that's rose quartz on set of cards number 2. Set of cards number 3, we have tumbled Amazonite. And this is like a particularly very pretty piece of Amazonite. That's why I was drawn to it. I've handpicked all these crystals, so if it's showing up in the video, it's something that I connected with and I felt the energy of. So that is Amazonite. All right, and that's on set of cards number 3. All right, with that said, now it's very important that I have you clear your mind, take a few deep cleansing breaths, and then I'm going to have you picture a blue sky or a blank white sheet of paper. And then you're going to open yourself up. Don't ask anything in particular. Don't ask anything at all. This is other than what do the angels and the spirit guides want me to know. But you need not ask anything. Let the angels just speak to you, okay? So again, clear your mind, a few deep breaths, and then you're going to choose from set of cards 1, 2, or 3. I'll just give you a second to do that. All right, so let's get moving and start with set of cards number 1. Try to grab all of these. Okay. Set of cards number 1. All right. Let's see what we have for those of you chosen pile number 1 here. So this is a mixed message. I have all different decks here we're using because we are going directly to the angels and the spirit guides. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring this over a little bit like that. Okay. I'm a little OCD with the the alignment of the placement of the cards. Sorry, everybody. Just admitting some of my little tics and flaws and things. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, let's see here. So the message that we have for those of you who've chosen set of cards number 1. All right, we have angel therapy, divine order, initiation, Archangel Raphael, the Ace of Cups, the tree, and the key. Very interesting. Okay, so let's begin. First, I'm going to tell you what they say, and then I'm going to give you the guided message I feel that they're portraying to you. So, okay, angel therapy is actually Archangel Raphael, so he comes up for you twice. Let me just get the camera to focus. You can see the artwork. Okay, angel therapy. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Okay. Then we have divine order. Archangel Raguel. I believe the G is silent, but forgive me if people know that I'm saying that wrong. Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Okay. Divine order. There's your artwork. Okay. Then we have initiation. Let's bring that up so you can see it. Wow. So if you can see there, you have the chakras going up these stairs. Almost looks like a stairway to heaven. Really a beautiful, beautiful card. Beautiful artwork. So that's initiation. Okay. And then Archangel Raphael. Yet again, also beautiful artwork. You know, the angels, just to clarify, Archangel Raphael, you know, we consider him to be a he, but angels technically, I believe, do not have a sex, like they're not male or female. But their names can be, you know, are obviously associated one way or the other. So Archangel Raphael, provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit. And that's this card for you. And again, like I said, he's up twice. Then we have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Ace of Cups, one of my, if not my all-time favorite tarot card. Very powerful, very important. Just such a beautiful, beautiful card. Okay, and of course I'm going to clarify all of this. Then we have the tree. We have the tree from the Titania deck and the key. Okay. So now let's get going with what I believe the message to be here. So it feels to me very strongly that the message I'm getting here is for those of you who've chosen pile number 1. This looks like many of you have been battling quite a bit of difficulty. For some of you, that can be in terms of mental health. It could be maybe you've been battling depression, you know, or that kind of thing. Doesn't have to be, you know, diagnosed. It doesn't have to be, you know, I'm going to use terms here, but, you know, don't let that close you off if you're like, oh, I don't have that. These are just terms I'm throwing out there, but it could be you've been battling a chemical imbalance, depression, bipolar, all different types of anxiety. Anxiety is be a huge one for some of you. And anxiety and depression often go together. And for some of you, it's been a physical battle. Okay, it's been a physical ailments and illnesses and things going wrong, and that can be from, you know, simple things. Well, it's not really simple, but I was going to say things like, you know, getting diagnosed with diabetes, or you know, it could be back problems, skin problems, or issues, I should say. Maybe respiratory issues. Maybe you've had COVID a bunch of times and it's created issues that you didn't have before. I know many people are struggling with that, with residual effects of COVID. So whatever it is, I just feel like there's been quite a bit of difficulty in the health area, whether it's mental health or your physical health or both. Sometimes having physical ailments and many things happening. For some of you, more serious things. Some of you may have had cancer diagnosis or you know, other things like that. And that in and of itself, having illnesses, physical illnesses or pain, can lead to, and often does, leads to depression from the pain and from what you're going through, especially if it keeps you from working or living your life to the fullest and really being able to enjoy yourself. kind of things, or having to remain isolated or things like that. Now, for many of you, first of all, I just also want to say, I should have said this at the beginning, but if something is not resonating with you as I go through and more, give it a few minutes to see, because sometimes I go into more things as we go along into the reading. However, if you get, like a quarter of the way in and you don't feel like it's connecting, you would just then, stop listening and go back, rewind back to the beginning, clear your mind, take cleansing breaths, and then choose again from the remaining 2 piles. It doesn't happen quite often, but it does happen once in a while. Okay, so just to put that out there, I usually say it at the beginning, but I did forget today. Okay, so now back to what we're saying here. The angels are literally saying, they're saying, give your cares and your worries to the angels and allow us to take your burdens. So they are letting you know that they know you've been through quite a bit. Now, for some of you, it's not just cut and dry depression or physical ailments or things like that. For some of you, you've had maybe a breakup, or love is going wrong, or you've been lonely for quite some time and haven't had any luck in love and feel very wounded. But this group of people who've chosen pile 1 here, the angels are acknowledging that they feel like for you guys, you've been through quite a bit. Really, I can't really articulate enough that this group of people has been quite through the ringer, as they say. I feel like many of you feel beat up emotionally. You feel like you've been, tossed around, and it's been really difficult for a very long time. And the angels are letting you know that they know this. They're aware. They hear your prayers. They hear your sadness. They hear your anxiety. They know what's happening in your life, and they want you to know that they're there for you and that things are not going to continue in the same vein. You are going through this for a reason. Then you have divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. That's very powerful. They're telling you that you're on this journey for a reason. While you may feel like, why is this happening to me? Why am I being tortured? They're letting you know that sometimes life does feel that way, but it is all for a divine purpose. You are right where you're supposed to be, and you're not doing anything wrong. This is part of your journey, and you're going to learn and grow from this. And you have to start embracing that thought and allowing that thought. The quicker that you embrace and allow the thought of, this is part of my spiritual growth, it's part of my journey, and this is only going to enrich my life in the end. It's only going to make me stronger. It's going to make me more evolved. It's going to make me a better person, a stronger person. All of these things add to your journey, and they're part of your story. They add character. They just are. These are the details that are so important along the way. And they're saying, so don't be so quick to, stay focused on the sadness or anger even, or fear and anxiety over the situations, especially if you've had healthcare issues. Okay, for those of you who've had healthcare issues, in terms of physical ailments, you are going to get better. This is not going to last forever, and you're going to get better. For those of you where it's mental health, where it's depression, anxiety, or things like that, same for you. You are going to find the light. You are going to find a way out of like a dark tunnel that you feel like you're in. Okay, and for those of you that it has to do with love, yes, there's a light at the end of the tunnel with that as well, a really bright light, I'm going to get to that in a moment about love, but, I want to go back to the health situations. So for some of you, like I said, you have anxiety over situations. Like there are situations in your life that may be anxiety producing and are making the mental health thing become an issue where maybe it wasn't before. And maybe, you haven't even admitted. Maybe you just feel depression and anxiety or stress and sadness and fear and anger, and you haven't even really expressed it to anyone. For many of you, I think there's that element as well. So here they're saying that they know what's going on, and they have your back, and they're going to help you. And they, believe it or not, they've been helping you behind the scenes. You just may not realize it yet. So then we have initiation. So, this card is really pretty powerful. I mean, you have someone who almost looks like a wise man headed up to, sort of like a gateway to heaven with the chakras going up the staircase. And that's a very powerful image. And what it's letting you know, I mean, think of it, it says initiation. So if you think about that, and all these chakras being depicted here, chakra alignment is a very, very important thing. We all take it for granted. All of our chakras that go up and down our body, from our head to literally to our toes, that covering all of the different areas. I believe there's 7 of them. Chakra alignment is very important. We take it for granted, and when our chakras are not in alignment, it means we're not in alignment, and so you get illness, stress, anxiety. You get all of these things build up. And get out of whack. So what they're saying here is this time of difficulty that you've been enduring and going through, it's actually a time literally of initiation. It's when you go through these trials and tribulations in life and these difficulties, what it does is that spiritually you're elevating. And you don't even realize it. Spiritually, you are evolving and growing. And all of these difficulties, all of these trials and tribulations basically serve to initiate you to a higher plane. They initiate you to a higher level. It doesn't mean you're going to die. And, that's not what it means there. It means metaphorically and spiritually, you are evolving to a higher plane, and these difficulties are part and parcel for the pathway to get there. Honestly, people say, well, why does it have to be so hard? If I knew the answer to that, I mean, really, I probably wouldn't even be here anymore, because I would evolve past this lifetime. We choose to be on a path to have these difficulties in our life so that our souls can evolve and can grow. And then once we're here, we don't remember that we've chosen this particular path, and it's set up that way for a reason. So honestly, it's really, you have to bring it back to, okay, I'm going to be okay. This is a moment in time. This is a snapshot in time. And while it's not pleasant, and I'm not liking this, and I feel uncomfortable, and I want to, wiggle my way out of it. The only way is through. It's almost also like the grieving process when you lose someone. You have to go through it. You can't go around it. And it's the same thing here. So whether you're struggling with physical illness, mental illness, or just trials and tribulations and things really, maybe you're not the one who's ill, but maybe someone very close to you is ill and you've been their caregiver, or you've been watching someone you love deteriorate, whether mentally or physically. All of these things apply, and Spirit is just telling you that they're aware of what's going on, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're in the right place at the right time. Even though it may not feel like that, you are. And you are evolving, and you will be elevating to a new level. And once you get through this, it's almost like you'll sprout wings. You will see and feel lighter and better, and you'll know that you are changed for the better. This will definitely be for the better. And I know some of you may feel like, well, I was just fine before. I didn't sign up for this. Why did I have to be? I don't want to be initiated. I don't want to evolve to something else. You may think that, on the surface, but truly, there is nothing that's going to be better or greater than once you get through this. And I don't think that it's too much longer. I think for some of you, this will, you'll enter 2023 kind of still dealing with this or going through this. But I do feel that the new year offers a lot of hope, especially because up here we have what you've been going through. And then down here, it looks like a transition is coming. So I do think for many of you, 2023 is going to be very telling, and it's going to be a year of change in a very positive way, a very transformative year for you. And I think that while the beginning of the year, the first quarter to half of the year may still be about this type of situation that you're dealing with, the whole year will not be all about that, because some kind of deep transformation will take place, and then you will feel like you've broken free, let's say, sort of from the chains of this situation, whether it's to do with you or to do with someone else. Raphael, who shows up twice for you here, is saying the provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit. So I would suggest when you're feeling really overwhelmed and struggling and just feel overcome with anxiety or grief or whatever it may be, stress, anger, fear, call out to Raphael. Call out to Archangel Raphael. He's shown up twice in this reading in 2 different decks. So, he is a healer of the mind and the body and the spirit. And so he can very much help you and wants to. So you don't need to be religious to talk to Raphael or pray to Raphael. Not at all. It's much more a spiritual thing than a religious thing. So call out to him and ask him for help when you're feeling really sad and vulnerable and stressed out. And then we also having the Ace of Cups here is a huge, wonderful, telling, inspirational thing that now, if you don't have love in your life, coming up, love is going to be entering your life. This is saying that a new love is coming your way, and it's a transformative love. So this will be a relationship and a love like you've not had before. 100%. And that makes sense because you're not going to be the person that you were before. You coming through all of this, remember, initiation, you are literally being initiated into a higher plane, into a higher level. Okay, so you're not the same person you were before. So that is going to require a person who's also on a higher plane and who also has been through some things and done some work, okay, because on themselves, because there's no way to match with someone who's not on the same plane as you. I mean, many of us do, because darkness is drawn to light. So I'm sure that you've all had the experience where someone not so great has been drawn to you, because when you have light, that's what happens. However, in this case, this is saying that this is more, matched. There's an expression in the Bible called equally yoked, when someone is really of the same cut and caliber as you, so to speak, where they're on the same page and they're the right match for you. They're just equal to you in every way. And when I say equal, I mean equally fitted to you. They're just perfect for you personally, and you're perfect for them personally. So the Ace of Cups with the tree and the key here is huge in telling me that there is a huge love relationship coming your way, almost as a reward for everything you've been through here. And it's a relationship where you will grow together, and it's a transformative relationship, and one I feel like you've never really experienced before. And honestly, the key to all of this, and the key to actually getting this relationship and getting into it, is what you've been going through. The time that you've been alone. For some of you, it's been years. For some of you, I really feel strongly you've been alone for years, literally, for a very long time. Let's put it that way, okay? And regardless of how long you've been alone, even if you've only been alone a few months, I'm sure it feels like years. So all of that you've been through leading up to this will have been, honestly, it's the key. It's if you hadn't gone through all of this, you wouldn't find this person. You wouldn't find each other, because you wouldn't be able to receive each other. You wouldn't understand each other or click or be on the same page. So you both have had to travel this journey, so to speak, of these very heavy things, these trials and tribulations, both physically, mentally, and spiritually. Okay. Again, whether it's physical and mental illness for yourself or from someone else that you care for, or it can be other types of trials and tribulations. I feel very strongly a physical health kind of thing and a mental health kind of thing, but it can also just be that other situations that you went through were giving you anxiety or depression or fear or whatever. So it's not, don't just think that it means that, only for people who've had specific health issues, okay? But this person very much is meant to be, and this is a very pivotal, important, huge love relationship coming your way that you really have waited a long time, most of you, to have. And it really looks like it can be very long term, and it will be very fulfilling. It will almost feel like a reward for everything that you've gone through. It really will. It will almost feel truly like you're being rewarded for having endured all that you've endured. So I do feel like this relationship comes, probably manifests for most of you in 2023. It can begin now. Timing is always a hard thing, but I do very strongly feel for most of you, it's something that starts to manifest in 2023. And I think it's the first half of the year for most of you, okay? So that is a beautiful, huge blessing that is coming your way. And honestly, truly think of it as a reward. And just know that all of these situations that you're dealing with, they are literally happening for a reason, and you will be the better for it. You will come out the other side. You will come out stronger, more evolved, more enriched mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And this will not take you down. It will not crush you. So hang on a little bit longer, because everything is shifting for the good in your life, and things are going to work out and straighten out in such a beautiful way. And there is a beautiful love relationship coming your way. I should also add, for those of you who are saying that this clicked for you until the part about new love, because let's say you're with someone for a long time or you're married, then I should point out that that would just mean that there is some kind of renewal with your marriage or your relationship. That would mean that the love will only get stronger or be reborn in sort of a way. It will be a transformative time in a very positive way, where maybe the romance has gone from your marriage or your relationship, or you don't communicate as much anymore, or whatever it is. This feels like maybe the intimacy is gone, or you used to travel and now you don't, or there's some kind of things just feeling stagnant, and needing like some kind of boost of life and an injection of joy and renewal. That's coming. So if you're married or attached, then know that these trials and tribulations you've been through will only end up bringing you closer. There will be some kind of very positive transformation happening in your marriage or your relationship. And again, these trials and tribulations are the key, and they are literally bringing you closer together, and your marriage or your relationship will just endure and be stronger and the better for it, and even happier than it was before. So this is a really positive outcome and outlook for those of you who've chosen set of cards number 1. Have some faith. Know that you're going to get through this. Everything is going to work out for you. There's either new love coming or a renewal of your love. And reach out to Archangel Raphael when you're having moments of severe stress and anxiety, or actual pain, physical pain or physical ailments, or when your loved one is and you're struggling with that. Reach out, because he is there to help you and wants to. Okay, but know that things look very good for you. Beautiful blessings are coming your way to help you get through this difficult time. and physical health will return, mental health will be better. You will rise to a higher metaphysical plane, which you will feel the effects of in your waking life. And love is either new and coming in such a beautiful way, a monumental, important relationship, or your marriage or your love will be renewed with your partner in a beautiful, loving way. All right, I hope that you guys found this helpful. And with that, we're going to move on to set of cards number 2. Okay, so let's get these out of the way and let's go on to, cards are sticking to the board, set of cards number 2. All right, let's see what we have here. Okay, let's come over in the frame. All right, interesting. Interesting. Oh, look at this. Okay. All right, so let's go through what we have. For those of you who've chosen pile number 2, we have prioritize, Archangel Metatron. Hold on, here we go. Archangel Metatron, prioritize. We have courage, Archangel Ariel. See if you can see the artwork. Courage, Archangel Ariel. We have, oh goodness, releasing. That's pretty powerful artwork there. Releasing. Okay. We have resilience. Okay. Resilience. And let's show you the artwork. Really cool. Okay. The 3 of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands from the Tarot. And from Titania, we have the Ring, which is depicting probably what many of you are thinking, and the Ship. Okay. All right, so let's see here. We've got from Archangel Metatron, we have focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. Okay, from Archangel Ariel, we have be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. We have releasing, and then we have resilience, which is rise above tribulations. Okay, the 3 of Wands and these, which we will get to in a moment. For now, let me go to the message that I'm putting together here from your angels and your spirit guides. So to me, this looks like we are, for most of you, this looks like you have had maybe a situation that either you need to release yourself from, which would require some either branching out on your own or cutting off from. I feel like for some of you, this would be like maybe family struggles, maybe either it could be family, it could be close friends, but for some of you, it could be a work situation. But for some of you, or many of you, I feel like there's a situation where you've thus far allowed it sort of to kind of be the narrative, let's say, in your life and control what's happening with your life. And I feel like for most of you, it's not something that's good. It's a little bit toxic. Now, if it's family, I realize that's complicated. You can't just, you can, but not all of us want to or should just cut family off. And I don't think that that's what they're saying to do here, but they're saying there's a situation in your life where you need to start prioritizing yourself and prioritize focusing on, what's really important to you. And you got to get yourself in a place of being motivated so that you can affect positive change in your life for the things that you want to, let's say, manifest or create. So I think for most of you, we're probably talking about career, but I do feel like it's connected in some way, either to family or to friends or some kind of situation that is very difficult for you. It could be where you live, like I said, family. It could be your nuclear family. It could be struggles with a parent or both, struggles with a sibling. Or it could be the people you live with if you live with friends and it's a difficult situation, or people you work with, let's say. Let's say it's, you're in a career that you don't like and you need the courage and the strength and the, wherewithal to figure out how you would make the leap to change careers, or maybe you don't want to change your career. Maybe you want to expand upon it. Maybe you want to, open your own business or do something different. Whatever it is, there's something that requires you to be courageous, which is why Archangel Ariel is showing up here. And also Metatron asking you to prioritize. And then we have the angels asking you, they're telling you, you have releasing here. So they're telling you to let something go. And then with resilience and the rise above tribulations, it makes me feel like they are saying to you, whatever it is, you can do this. You can, let's say if you need to move out of where you're living, whether it's with your family or with friends, they're like, you can do it. Either you're going to branch out on your own, or you'll move in with someone else or with friends. Maybe you need to leave a relationship that's not going well. They're telling you prioritize, have courage, and release the past. Release the arguing, the fighting, the tribulations. Release all of that and rise above it. And know that they are with you. They know what's going on. They know what you're dealing with. And they're telling you be courageous. They're not telling you be courageous so that they can watch you then fall on your face. That's not how the angels and the spirit guides work. They are telling you to be strong and be courageous because they know that once you take the leap of faith and you take those first steps, they can help you. They can, get under your arms and hold you up, and they can help you grow wings, and they can teach you how to fly. But they can't do that if you won't, leave the safety net. You can't learn how to fly if you won't go to flight school, kind of thing. So if you're hiding, hiding in your room, hiding in your life, hiding from all of your true desires by just, going day to day, doing the same mundane every day, just day in, day out, same old, and really you have this fire burning in the back of your mind or in your heart of change that you would really love to see. They're letting you know that you need to release those fears, release the past, release whatever is holding you back, rise above it all, and take that leap of faith and know that if you're courageous and you prioritize what is important to you and what you really want to manifest and the kind of life you want to live, that will come up for you and they will support you and you will be able to manifest it. Now, here with the Three of Wands and the ring and the ship, I will say, so for those of you who are single, they are saying by you doing that, by you prioritizing what's important to you and having courage to make these changes in your life that have been sort of bringing you down, okay? That's what's going to help usher in a relationship to you. This feels like very much they are saying that there is probably a relationship, a romantic relationship for those of you who are single that will start as friendship or will be born out of friendship somehow, or at the very least you'll be introduced by friends. But this looks like a relationship that comes out of a friendship or an acquaintance, or where you are introduced by friends, and also the person could also even be a little bit at a distance. This could be also with someone who lives in another state or lives overseas. So it could be someone that definitely lives at a distance from you, but it doesn't look like that will be an issue. It looks like this relationship can very much turn serious. This looks like coming for you in the new year is probably an engagement. There's probably an engagement to this person because it looks like a very important love relationship is headed your way. And the ship also denotes that there's either, again, that this person lives at a distance from you, but I do not see that that will be a problem. It won't be an issue. That's another reason probably courage is here showing up, because maybe you have to be courageous to take a leap of faith to have a long distance relationship and believe that it can work out. Okay, forgive me, my battery died on the camera, so I'm going to backtrack a little because I'm not sure. I fear that it died before I realized that it died. So I'm just going to backtrack a little bit to go over about a potential relationship coming in. I'm not sure when the battery died. So I was saying that it feels like, for those of you who are single, I feel like a relationship is going to be coming into your life with someone that is either a friend or you'll meet through friends kind of thing, or an acquaintance. But it feels like it starts as a friendship or like an acquaintance kind of thing and then turns into a romance. It also feels like this person is at a distance, which is probably another reason why courage is showing up in this reading for you and in this message, where maybe you'll have to have a little bit of courage to take a leap of faith and get involved with someone who lives at a distance. Could be someone, it could be another state, or if you're not in the United States, it can be just another country. But it does feel like quite a bit of a distance. It's not like, New York, New Jersey kind of thing. I don't feel like it's, just driving, 50 miles or 100 miles. It feels like you probably have to get on a plane to see each other, which is that's a big commitment. That's a big ask. And so I think that there will have to be a little bit of courage involved here just to take the leap of faith with this person. But I do feel like it's very worth it. I think it's a pivotal, important relationship. And for many of you, it feels like this would very much lead to marriage. So for those of you who are single, prioritizing your hopes and dreams and getting your sort of personal life in order, whether that means your career, what you do for a living, or where you live. There's situations and circumstances in your life where you have to find a way. You have to clear it up. You need to release and let go of a situation, and you need to rise above and just move past it. And put it sort of in a box over here, okay? So that it doesn't affect your daily life, because there sort of feels like there's almost probably a toxicity happening, either where you live or maybe within your family unit. Maybe it's one particular person you need to get away from. It could also be you're in a relationship that is not good for you and you need to just break free from, and you're afraid to be alone. But for many of you, I think that this is connected to a family situation or a work situation where you need to have courage and you need to take a leap of faith and you need to release that and rise above it and go forward from it and sort of branch out on your own. And then by doing that, that's sort of like the spiritual key that brings in this beautiful relationship. It almost creates the space for it. I feel like right now, the reason it's not been coming for those of you who are single and have been like, why can't I find someone? I think it's because you need to clear the space. You need to have the spiritual space for this soulmate, this very important love relationship to be able to come into your life. How could it come in if you're consumed with either family turmoil or arguments or career trouble, or even a relationship that's not, that's not working and you need to get out of it. So it can be any of those kind of things, but it feels like they're asking you to prioritize, they're asking you to put yourself first, and they're asking you to have the courage to go after the things that you want. And in doing so, this will bring into your life someone where, yes, you probably will have to have some courage involved in making the relationship work, because I do think it'll be at a distance, but this looks like it will be very rewarding. This looks like it will most likely turn into a marriage. And, the overseas thing, which I think for many of you, it's overseas. For some of you, no. Which keeps happening. It's very interesting. It's come up a lot in many of the readings that I've done lately, but I don't know why it's like a theme lately. So maybe, for some people it's, it's going to be like that, where it's a person in a different place, a different city, a different, a whole different country or location. But regardless, I think that it's fine, because I think that the two of you love to travel. I think you both love culture. I think you both love different places and seeing the world, and you're just matched. You're just going to match on that level and on many others. And you'll start to see that, because you had the courage to work on these other things and resolve these other situations, whether it be family or career or whatever, situation you needed to resolve and to move past, you'll see how that cleared the space for this person to come into your life. Now, if you're in a relationship that's good, or you're married, let's say, and you're wondering well, how does that apply to me? How that would apply to you is, it's saying that the relationship that you're in, or the marriage that you're in, will probably, the friendship part of it will seem to expand. It will get stronger, and it looks like there may be then travel that will come up within your marriage or your relationship. Maybe you love to travel but haven't been able to, or maybe you have never traveled and you've wanted to, or maybe you've never traveled and it's part of what you need to be courageous about. Excuse me. That might be where they're asking you to have courage. Maybe you would love to travel but you're afraid to fly, so you've never gotten on a plane to, let's say, go, to that amazing trip to Africa, or a trip to Europe, or wherever it is that maybe you're in love with Australia and that's a very long plane ride, and you just don't think you could do it, but they're telling you can. They're telling you be courageous. They're telling you make a priority of the things in life that you feel will enrich your life and bring you joy, and they will support you. They will lift you up. They will teach you to fly, and you will be able to let go of these things that have been weighing you down and holding you back. So if you are single, there is a beautiful love relationship headed your way. I think that this comes into play in 2023. You may be feeling the beginnings of it now, but it looks like probably the first quarter or the first half of 2023, this really starts to take shape. And it's a very important, pivotal relationship that will most likely, from many and most of you who are single, it will most likely end up to be your partner, whether it's husband or wife. It will end up to be the person that you end up most likely marrying, or at least having a very deep, strong commitment, long-lasting commitment to. And I think it does begin at a distance. It does begin with there being some hurdle you have to get over, but I don't think it's a problem. I think that's where you just have to have a little bit of courage and a little bit of faith, and then you will get past that situation. And I think that it looks very promising and happy for those of you that are single. And for those of you who are married or already attached, then the message here is there is some kind of shift happening, coming for you within your marriage or your relationship, that deepens the bond between you, deepens the friendship, and there is some element of travel involved. But I think that they're asking you to have courage and not get nervous about that, because the travel part will be a good thing. Even if it's something you have, like let's say your husband or your wife is in the military and now they're going to get stationed far from you, or they have to go do a tour and you thought that they were done with that. It could be so many different scenarios, but whatever it is, they're telling you to be courageous. They're telling you to have faith about it, because it's all going to be for good here. This is not negative. This is something that's really positive. So release fears, rise above everything, and have courage, because there's some beautiful, wonderful things headed your way once you start to really prioritize what you want to create, and then either allow this beautiful new love to come in, which is there to find most of you who are single, or if you're attached or married, be courageous and allow this your marriage and your relationship to sort of deepen and shift and change in a positive way. And don't be afraid of the change, because the change is going to be actually exciting and interesting, and it will only bring you closer. All right, so I hope that you found this helpful set of cards number 2, and I wish you all the best. And now we're going to move on to set of cards number 3. All right. While I'm setting up here, I just want to remind everyone to please subscribe and to like and to share. That would really, really help me to keep making these videos for you. All right, here we go. Set of cards number 3. Let's see what we have for you guys. Set of cards number 3. Okay, trying to get this all in the frame. All right, what is the message you're meant to hear right now from Spirit? Okay, wow. All right, set of cards number 3. Really interesting and promising here. Okay, we have, first and foremost, I really got to find a better way to pick these up. Okay, Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel. Let me show you that artwork. Brilliant idea. Okay, we have. Oh, wow. You have Archangel Uriel twice. Oh, my gosh. Wow. These are both the cards that represent him. Goodness, this one is you know what to do. You had brilliant idea and you know what to do. Archangel Uriel twice in a row, back to back. That is amazing. Goodness gracious. Wow. Okay. I love that. I love when that happens. Okay, then we have growing. Message from the angels. Growing. This is really pretty, a pretty and beautiful card. Growing. Okay. These look like flying around the roses. I don't know if you can see there. They look like fairies flying around the flowers. Beautiful. Okay. Then we have dragonfly. I'll show you that artwork. These cards are so beautiful. I'm so amazed with the artists that draw these and put these together. They're just quite beautiful. Okay, dragonfly. Then we have the 2 of Cups from the Tarot. 2 of Cups. A very interesting, hopeful, lovely thing to see. From the Titania deck, we have the bear. I'll try to focus on him. There we go. We have the bear and the heart, which most people love to see because you can only guess what that wants to talk about. Okay, so let's see what we've got here for the message that Spirit wants you to know. Set of cards number 3. Okay, so let's talk about Archangel Uriel. We have, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. It's amazing. And then we have, under you know what to do, we have trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So clearly you're getting the message here that Spirit knows that there's something that you would like to manifest or create, and they're really encouraging you to do it. Then you also have growing. You know, in the Oracle of the Angels deck, you have growing, and that is just so fitting to go with Archangel Uriel. Like, you know, by following your ideas and your intuition and trusting and take the leap of faith, trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and go after your dreams, work to make them a reality. That is such deep growth. That is, they're encouraging you to break out of the cocoon. I get very strongly for this group of people, if you've chosen set of cards number 3, it is your time to sort of burst forward. I feel like you've been sort of incubating, and maybe even not just you personally, but maybe incubating like your ideas for what you would like to do. This could be career, it could be a business, it could have to do with anything. It doesn't have to just be a career thing or a money thing or that like that. It can be a brilliant idea, of anything that you would like to manifest, that you would like to put together. Whatever it is, they're saying, go after it and don't be shy about it and don't be afraid to go after it. Trust your intuition. Trust that you have a brilliant idea. Trust your intuition. You know what to do. He's telling you right here, you know what to do. That is so perfect. So trust that, and you are in the process of growing in such a wonderful, positive way. And honestly, they're saying that those things will lead you to living your life to the fullest. That is what the dragonfly is representing here, is living your life to the fullest. The dragonfly often is a symbol that connects us to the other side. Usually when you see a dragonfly around, which is not common, you don't see them very often, at least not in the United States. They're around and you do see them, but they're not everywhere. I guess depending on where you live. At least, where I live, they're not everywhere. I just feel like they're around, of course. They're not like a unicorn. It's something that you do see, but you just don't see them as commonly as, let's say, you see a butterfly or particular birds. So dragonflies, when you see them, they definitely denote that spirit is around. Usually a loved one that's passed is showing you that they're around by when you have a dragonfly show up. And it doesn't even have to be an actual physical dragonfly. It can be, metaphorical, like someone can gift you a dragonfly necklace or a paperweight or whatever it is, a card with a dragonfly on it. But if a dragonfly shows up in your life, many times it's spirit connecting with you from the other side. And here in this reading by Dragonfly telling you to live your life to the fullest, the meaning behind that is, it's almost like the other side and spirit is telling you, don't waste time. Don't waste the time that you're on this side of the veil, the time that you have, that you're walking this earth and you're alive. Be alive. Enjoy, live your life, take risks, go after your dreams, learn and grow, experience. Really just exactly what that card says, live your life to the fullest, because that is the only way you will have no regrets in the end, is by living your life to the fullest. So, if you've got that brilliant idea that you hope and think maybe is a brilliant idea, then they're telling you, yes, it is. It is a brilliant idea. You're being divinely guided. They want you to take action. They want to help you bring your idea to fruition. They want you to trust your inner knowledge and trust your intuition and act upon it, and don't delay. Don't delay anymore. Uriel, Archangel Uriel, showing up twice, letting you know he is with you, he supports you, and he is helping you. And the ideas you have are not a coincidence. They are something special that they want to help you to manifest. That will in turn be part of your growth process, part of your journey, and it will be part of helping you to be able to really enjoy and live your life. And by doing that, by embracing whatever it is you would like to create, by following your dreams and following your heart in terms of living your life to the fullest, that will in turn open the door to a beautiful love relationship. Now, it's interesting because when I pull the tarot and I pull the Titania cards, which are these, I never know, I didn't know if love would come up for everybody, but in all three choices here, in all three piles, love came up for everyone in a different way. Not the same as everyone, but love definitely came up in all three. Now in yours, it is, this is a very powerful, important, beautiful love relationship. So the Two of Cups is denoting that a new love relationship looks like. So for many of you, it looks like most of you are probably single. And if you are, this is saying there's a new love relationship coming your way, and something about what they're asking you to go after your dreams and take a leap of faith and, take action on your ideas and live your life and go out there and give it a try, is all connected to bringing this person into your life. So either you will meet the person because of what you're attempting to create or to do, so that you could meet them via your career or whatever it is you're trying to manifest. Because for some of you, it's not about manifesting a career thing or a work or a financial thing. For some of you, it's about manifesting something else that is a brilliant idea. There's so many types of things that it could be, but regardless, whatever it is that you're that you either will have or already do have a brilliant idea about, something about that is how you will attract this love relationship into your life. You'll either meet them through the journey and the path of the path you'll have to take to bring your wishes to life, to manifest your vision and your dream, or they will just be brought into your life by spirit once you're working on what it is that you want to create for yourself. Either way, how is not your problem. You do not need to worry about how. Know that this relationship is headed your way no matter what. And how is not important. It's not whatsoever your job to figure out the how. In fact, the more that you don't worry about how, the faster the relationship will come to fruition and come into your life. And it will be a very strong, very beautiful love relationship. You will be well matched. You will feel like this is very much a kindred spirit and someone who was sent to you. And the bear denotes two things. It's most likely a big, tall person. Also can be a foreigner, but it also denotes that the relationship itself will be monumental. It will be a very big love, like a big, important, pivotal love relationship for you. So for some of you, that could mean that this is, you end up married. And for some of you, a marriage is not an issue, is not important. For some of you, it's about that it will be a very strong, long-lasting, beautiful love relationship that really just sends you over the moon. It will really just make you so, so very happy. So this is a beautiful thing. And if you're already involved, if you're already in a very strong relationship, or you're married, and you're wondering, like, how does that apply to me? What that means then is there's a renewal, a huge renewal, almost like a going back to the beginning in your love relationship. It will mean something huge is coming within your marriage or your relationship, and it's something that literally makes you feel the way you did when you first met. There's some element that brings you sort of full circle and back to the beginning in a positive way. There's some kind of renewal of, some of you may decide to actually renew your vows. It can be that as well. But there's something that huge that happens to re-spark and reignite the love connection between the two of you. It just brings you back to that beginning of that friendship part and that falling in love part, and like discovering each other, and that excitement that you lose over time, especially if you're with someone for a long time. You start to lose that because obviously you become very familiar with the person and you know all of their kinks and their ins and outs, and sometimes people get on your nerves and you still love them, but they're like, it becomes sometimes tedious, living with someone day in and day out, even if you still love them. Marriage is not easy. It's a lifelong commitment, or at least people try to make it that. And some people succeed and some people fail. But for those of you who've chosen set of cards number 3, if you are married or attached, I get the sense that your marriage and relationship has gone through different stages, and maybe there have been times in the past where you've almost broken up, and then it's been saved. For some of you at the last minute, where you really thought it was over and then it's not. This feels like it's almost like a reward for sticking it out. It's almost like a reward from the universe for sticking it out and staying together and believing in each other and not giving up on each other. And like I said, there's some element of going back to the beginning and feeling that beginning spark of when you first came together, and that first connection and friendship and explosion really of the excitement of somebody new and of falling for each other. I feel like that is 100% going to become an element coming into the new year. So for most of you coming into 2023, if you've been married or in a relationship for a long time, there's some kind of renewal and going back to the beginning in a very good, positive way for you. And if you are single, there is a new love relationship coming into your life that is basically, it looks like the one that you've been hoping for. It really does. It looks like the one you've been hoping for, and really this is just the universe is telling you it's there for you. Don't worry about it. Don't focus on it. Just focus on the brilliant idea you have. Focus on trusting that your intuition about what it is that you want to create. And if love is really the thing that you're really super focused on, then okay, if that's what you're really super focused on, then they're telling you, okay, then trust, then go for it. Put yourself out there, open yourself up, open your heart up, live your life to the fullest. Trust the growing. I was going to say, the expression you only live once. I don't technically believe that, but regardless, if you believe that or you don't, it doesn't matter. Live your life as though we only live once, Live it as though, you don't know about reincarnation. And maybe you don't believe in reincarnation. Many people don't. So live your life as this is your opportunity. So don't miss your shot. Don't blow your chance. Like, take every opportunity, take every chance, and get out of the house, get out, from off the couch, or just even, from out behind living your day-to-day life and just going about your business and doing your thing. Put yourself out there, go after your dreams, manifest whatever it is you're hoping to manifest. If it's career or job or something you want to build, or no matter what it is, go after it. It's going to work out for you. It's going to be a beautiful thing, and it's going to be successful. And they are so encouraging you. Reach out to Archangel Uriel, because he came up twice for you and he really wants to help you. And if what you want and are hoping to create is love, then know that it's there for you and it's coming. And put yourself out there and put out the positive thoughts and vibrations to invite love in, because it is there for you. So take action, trust your brilliant idea, let love come to you, because there is a beautiful, huge, very important love relationship headed your way. So in closing here, whether you're single or you're attached, love looks like it's going to be really taking off and going to just such a beautiful, happy, joyous place. And there's someone and something wonderful and enriching coming in for you. But the key is, following your heart and your desires, and following up on your brilliant idea, following up on taking a leap of faith and trusting your intuition and living your life to the fullest and letting yourself spread your wings and fly and grow. So embrace all of that. Embrace all of that. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. Go for it with career, with finance, with whatever it is you're trying to build. And if it's just love, go for it with love. But if it's not, career and your brilliant idea has to do with doing something with your life, go for it, because that also is the key to bringing love in. It's like an added bonus benefit that's going to come through, with all of this. So I do believe that this is already in the works. It feels like it's already going on. So I think you'll feel the stirring of this even right now, and as we get to the end of the year. And then I would say that for many of you, the beginning of 2023 is very pivotal and very important. So for many of you, the first 3 months of 2023 are really important, and probably when you'll see this love relationship start to come in and make its way. Either the transforming of your relationship or marriage that you're already in, or the ushering in of someone new. And you'll know right away. You'll know right away that it's an important, pivotal person. Like I said, many of you have been alone for a while, I think. And so for those of you who've been alone for a while, it's going to be very obvious that this is a big, beautiful love relationship that you've been hoping for and waiting for. So congratulations, set of cards number 3, for all of you that have chosen this pile. Spread your wings, spread your wings. Take a leap of faith. Trust your intuition, and trust your ideas, and live your life and enjoy, because really good things are in the works for you. So, and reach out to Archangel Uriel. He has your back and really wants to help you. All right. So everyone, I wish you the best, and until next time, manifest your best life. Okay, take care.